Henry Cavill says he's not making the Witcher mistake again, as he's refusing James Gunn's alleged request to return to the DCU. I'm Troy from Arcs on Movies, and today we're talking about the former Man of Steel wanting to focus on his Warhammer 40k series on Amazon Prime Video. Before we begin, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to be notified whenever we post new videos. Now on with the story. The link to the article I'm covering from fandomwire.com is linked in the video description. James Gunn is probably punching the air right now. The Suicide Squad director has gone above and beyond in the past few months to fully restructure the DC universe. That involved a whirlwind of executive meetings, discarding fan-favorite actors and characters, and announcing the addition of new ones. But after changing the layout of the DCU upside down and unleashing a vortex of disasters in the name of reshaping the superhero franchise, Gunn is allegedly trying to retrace his steps back as rumors about him asking Henry Cavill to come back to the studio surface over the internet. And it certainly doesn't make it any better that the Justice League star has reportedly denied Gunn's offer. James Gunn has reportedly reached out to Henry Cavill to return to the DCU. Back in 2022, Dawn of Justice star Henry Cavill made an epic comeback as Superman, only to end up leaving DC's threshold 5 weeks later. Courtesy of DC Studios' co-chief restructuring shenanigans, Cavill, 39, had to step down as Superman since James Gunn had different plans for the superhero from Krypton. And the DC fandom was monumentally upset to see the Man of Steel star let go from the role that he and the entire world admired so much. But it looks like Gunn might still need the British actor back in his arsenal, as rumors point out the same. New reports have recently emerged, according to which the Peacemaker director apparently wants Cavill to come back to the DCU, not as Clark Kent, but for a mystery role altogether, which is said to be completely different from Superman. With his hands full, though, a busy Cavill is reportedly not planning on taking Gunn over his offer anytime soon. I can't possibly fathom what this role might be. I know there are a bevy of roles that he could fill. Since they made the point to say completely different from Superman, I'm assuming he wouldn't be like Jor-El or Jonathan Kent. I thought that he would make the perfect Superman if they did the Kingdom Come story, but this would be weird to have Cavill back as someone that's not Superman or even associated with Superman. Would Gunn replace Zachary Levi with Henry Cavill in a reboot of the Shazam franchise? I think that would be a mistake, since Levy's got the looks, the seriousness, and the comedy to pull that role off. But regardless, let's get back to the article. Henry Cavill is allegedly not planning on returning to the DCU. Amidst all the chaos of leaving DC and wrapping it up with Netflix's The Witcher shortly after, Cavill's future had started to turn pale with uncertainty for a hot minute. The Night Hunter star was quick to recover from his losses, as a horde of deals and opportunities started to line up in front of him in no time at all. And all was right with the world again. Besides starring in Matthew Vaughn's espionage thriller Argylle, which is set to release this year itself, Cavill is also going to lead and executive produce a live-action adaptation of the popular war game series created by Games Workshop, Warhammer 40k. The award-winning actor has yet another project in the works, wherein he will be collaborating with Guy Ritchie to star in an upcoming spy thriller named The Mystery of Ungentlemanly Warfare. With such big studio productions at his arm's length, it seems a little unlikely for Cavill to want to go back to a franchise that not only disrespected his time and efforts, but also ill-treated him to an unsavory extent. Neither Cavill nor Gunn has confirmed or denied any of the said rumors, though it's best to take it with a pinch of salt. Oh, the salt will flow in buckets. I know that's not what they mean, but it's true nonetheless. I honestly couldn't have said this better myself. On one hand, as a huge fan of Henry Cavill himself and his roles as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher and Superman in the DC Extended Universe, I was completely devastated when he quit and was let go from the roles respectively. Then, the next thing I hear, he was replaced by Chris Hemsworth in an upcoming remake of Highlander, which I did a video on. I'll link it at the end of this video. However, the walls are not closing in on the career of one Mr. H. Cavill. No. In fact, Amazon backed a Ryder truck full of cash up to his doorstep and said, "Make whatever you want." So he will now be running and starring in a live-action Warhammer 40,000 series, which he's incredibly passionate about, and I'm all here for it. On top of that, He's got all of those other projects lined up that were mentioned earlier. If I were Cavill, I wouldn't let these studios jerk me around anymore. I wouldn't let disrespectful showrunners and unknowledgeable screenwriters make my life and my experiences on set a complete nightmare anymore. Cavill's got a lot more in front of him than he's got behind him, despite his age. I've actually got another upcoming video about another awesome project that he may or may not end up being involved with, so keep your eyes out for that. But either way, comment down below with your thoughts and feelings on all of this. Should Cavill put pride aside and bend over backwards to go back to DC? Should he have also swallowed his pride and his fandom to remain on The Witcher? Do you believe any of these reports? Also, what upcoming Henry Cavill project are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments. Share this video around to everyone you know, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell to be notified every time we post brand new content. I'm Troy from Marks on Movies, and we'll see you next time.